Hey y'all, welcome back to the cheat code. So this is not 100% planned, but it is in demand from my spirit guides to do a reading for our passed on loved ones. I don't usually do these types of readings. I don't think I've ever done this type of reading before. Obviously, you know, I do connect with the other side, so to speak, but in terms of deliberately connecting for the purpose of receiving messages, no. So we're going to entitle this reading Hello from the Other Side, which is the title that my spirit guides wanted me to call this reading. So we're going to have two piles. And just before I begin, just to preface this, we are in the month of April now, and as I had mentioned, I will be doing yes or no questions. So I'm going to do some free yes or no questions. This is just ahead of me getting into personal readings. So some free yes or no questions, also some one card pulls, meaning that if you ask a question, that I will pull a card, and based on the information I get from the card and the channel messages I get from my guides and your guides as they connect to the spirit realm, that didn't even make any sense, but what I mean is, as I get channeled messages, I will provide whatever comes to me. As I have mentioned before, please read my disclaimer in the description. I'm also going to have to update my About Me section. I do not do any questions about death and about medical issues. So if you have any concerns medically, definitely seek medical attention. If you have any questions about, I don't know, if you think someone might pass or something along those lines, I don't do those types of questions now either. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what my guides are going to ask of me in the future, but for right now, that's not something that I do. There's definitely some people I can recommend if you're looking for that, but let's just get started into the reading. I said like 15 times. So again, two piles. So this is going to be pile 1. And I'm going to do a little freeze frame for you to be able to zoom in on the piles and see what calls to you. This is going to be pile 2, or this is pile 2. Make it a little more clear. I'm just kind of used to doing it a different way. I'm getting back into stuff, as I mentioned. So I'm going to put timestamps as well in the description, so you can, if you chose pile 1, I will see you there. And if you've chosen pile 2, I will see you there. If you happen to feel drawn to both, there might be messages in both piles. So see you in whichever pile you chose. Okay. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose pile 1, you chose this feather here. Looks a little bit like a peacock feather. So that might have some meaning for you. Also, maybe the colors might have some meaning. Peacocks, they are beautiful birds. They generally spread their tail feathers to, I guess, you know, strut their beauty, so to speak. But they also use it as a defense mechanism as well. So that might be some information that might help you. So we're going to start with this deck. Let's try the Light Seers deck. This is a deck that I refer to as a shadow work deck because there are some shadows in the actual illustrations, and basically, yeah, it doesn't just give you, even within the book, the guide, it doesn't just give you traditional definitions. It actually gives you, ways that you can see things in a more positive light. So how basically you can help yourself. So I kind of call it a self-help deck for shadow work. Okay, so let's see. Are there any messages for pile 1 from the other side? Okay, so we have the Chariot. This card has been making an appearance quite a bit. It's the Chariot in general. Looks like this one, I think, wants to come out. Is it both of them? So I have the Nine of Pentacles, and I have the Eight of Wands. Any other messages? I was getting a little confusing there. Hold on. And I ask again for only messages for the highest and greatest good of those that are going to be receiving these messages. I have the Magician, and I have the Tower card. So I'm getting so far that perhaps there might have been, from this pile, the person from the other side might have left suddenly or abruptly. There might have been a heart attack or some kind of attempt to revive someone's heart or their vitality or their vitals. Any other messages? I have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords. Now, someone might have not wanted to let go of the person that has passed. I have the Ten of Swords. I have that they will always be with you and they're watching over you. That might be a multiple spirits, multiple loved ones that have passed on. Any other messages? I have the Six of Cups. So yeah, it can be that someone has lost a pet from the other side, a pet that you might have had since you were young, something that has grown with you. This also represents the past and a past connection. This might have been someone that has taken care of you, perhaps when you were younger, and they are still with you even in your older age. If you might not necessarily feel that they might not be physically present, but they're still with you. Any other? Have the Moon card here. Excuse me. And we have the Five of Swords. I was seeing that in my mind's eye when they were asking me to do this reading. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So I'm seeing a lot of contrast, a lot of yin and yang. So for some of you, the person that you lost feels like your other half, or they might have been your other half. That doesn't have to necessarily mean like a love relationship. It could just mean your other half, as in just someone that you guys were really close, and you might have spent a lot of time with them. Maybe you guys finished each other's sentences for some of you. You could have traveled together. But regardless of how far they are, you always felt close to them. Or you always, like, even when you were apart, you felt close to them. Or even now that you are apart, you feel their presence or you feel close to them. Especially on a full moon or on the moon, or there might be some affiliation or association with the moon. Some of you might have lost someone. They might have drowned for some of you. Or there might have been trouble with them breathing when they had passed on. Again, I'm getting I'm not sure if that's the same message, but some of you, the person that you have lost, might have passed quickly. I'm getting that you might want to give an offering to the person that has passed on, or maybe like your ancestors or your loved ones that have passed on. You might want to do something to honor them. Depending on your religion, depending on your traditions, your cultural practices, you might want to give them an offering or do something in their honor. For example, Mother's Day is coming up. So for any of you who have lost a mother or a grandmother, you might want to do something in their honor. Maybe buy them a card, write them a card, maybe just light a candle and set it with that. You might want to just write them a little note, maybe keep a journal and when you want to talk to them, or just pray or speak out loud that they are receiving your messages. Some of them are trying to give you messages, and you might feel, some of you, the messages might be distorted, or maybe something might be trying to block messages that are trying to be sent to you from your loved ones. That's not for everyone, of course. But you might be receiving a lot of messages around this full moon. We are experiencing a new moon in Libra. And I'm trying to remember, there's balance and boundaries that were highlighted in one of the readings that I did, a collective reading. So we're getting more alchemy. I was getting that as well. They might be trying to transform a situation for you. Like you might be going through a rough time and they're trying to help you to change the energy of a situation, or maybe help you to see things clearer. Some of you might be having a difficult time letting go of the person that you have lost. But they're never far from you, even though they're always guiding you. So you just need to be still and just allow them to guide you. Try to listen to what they're maybe trying to say to you. You might hear messages like through birds chirping, through feathers. You might start seeing feathers, or maybe even these colors. Again, might have some reference. So if you see those colors, what other messages am I getting? 10 of Swords. Yeah, some of you might be feeling broken by the situation, or still feeling sad or down about someone who has passed away. But as I said, they're always with you, especially if you connect to nature, going outside and connecting to nature. A place where you can be still and just be away from, all the electricity and all the stuff, the distractions, cell phones, things like that, that you'll hear their messages a lot more clear, or feel their presence a lot more. And for those of you that have lost any pets, they could be watching over you. They could be your guides as well. And they will be waiting for you when you do pass on. They will be waiting for you as well. I'm not sure what. It seems like they want to give me a message from the Chariot again. Some might be reincarnated. Some might be coming back. Yeah, so some of you might even give birth to your ancestors if you're having any children, or if you have any pets, or if you adopt any children or anything like that, they might be coming back to you. Yeah, so some of you might be a little bit stressed, maybe if you've lost a child, whether during birth or prior to birth. It could have been like a miscarriage or something along those lines. You could be stressed about it, but that their soul is okay, and they are with your deceased loved ones. They're with your ancestors, and they are trying to send you messages as well. So sometimes you might just be feeling overwhelmed or stressed, but they could be trying to calm you and give you some peace of mind, or maybe again try to give you some messages. And some of them are offering you protection. So that's what I'm getting from here. Is there any other? Okay, so I think they want me to grab from this deck here, which is the Life Happens Oracle deck. So let's see what messages are coming from there. So these are kind of light because it's my first time doing this type of reading. So yeah. Okay, so we have signs. So that kind of goes along with what I was talking about. So pay attention to the signs. These signs in particular say risk, opportunity, safety. So they are guiding you at this time. So some of you are being guided by your deceased loved ones or ancestors. Any other messages? Glow up. So some of them are helping you to achieve your goals in life. They might have passed down some gifts to you. Some of you might have some skills or some talents that you might not know where they come from. They can come from ancestors or passed on loved ones. They might be stuff that you might be aware of. I'm so used to saying ancestors just because of, you know, what my belief system and what I've come to connect to and know and understand. But again, they can be grandparents, parents, children, as I mentioned. But yeah, they're, so for some of you, you're being helped to kind of get to the next level. To help you see brighter days as well. Any other messages? What's that? We have nurturing. Yeah, so some of them are your backbone. My left ear is ringing now. Some of them are your backbone. They're your foundation. So I'm trying to figure out this message because it almost feels like there's like 60 people talking to me at the same time. I'm trying to figure this out here. Bear with me a moment. Yeah, so it's almost like when you have a family tree. So there might have been someone that might have been like the stability or the backbone of your family. That might have been a very nurturing member of the family, or just someone, again, who is the backbone of your family, and they might no longer be with us here, but they still are providing support spiritually. So again, getting into nature, maybe walking barefoot, just connecting with nature is going to allow you to really sense their presence more and receive whatever messages they have for you. And always feel free to talk to them, just, you know, out in the open when you're, you know, have your privacy, just to speak to them and ask them to show you signs. Is there any other messages? Say less. I'm almost getting like, stop. You need to stop paying attention to other people's opinions. So that could be a message from someone's passed on loved one. Any other messages? Inner strength. So again, we got a family tree kind of thing going on in the roots. Yeah, so you have a very strong foundation. You come from a very strong background. And that, yeah, you're unshakable. So as much as you might feel like maybe, you know, people might be getting in your ears, or like I was getting at one point with one of the messages with the 5 of Swords, that, you know, again, people might just be trying to get into your ear, but you do have that strong foundation and the inner strength, as it says. So don't pay attention to what anyone's saying, that you do have your loved ones having your back in this situation. Okay, I think that might be it. Yeah, at the bottom, I just have heartbroken. So some of you still might be feeling the weight or the pain of losing your loved one. Again, it could be a pet, it could be a child, it could be a passed on loved one, or maybe even an ancestor. Maybe you've done a, one of those 23andMe or some kind of, ancestry type of research. And they're all with you. They're all watching over you and protecting you and guiding you. So yeah, again, it's always a good idea to give and to nurture your deceased loved ones, to let them know. You can give them an offering. Some people use ancestor money, if you've heard of that, or you can Google that if that's something you want to do. Some people use joss paper. I've never used it, but from my understanding, it's just like some kind of foil paper, like some fragrant foil paper that you can burn in like a nice little safe bowl, and you can just write messages on it. You can burn it. It gives a nice little aroma, and they feel it is said that smoke reaches the heavens. So that's another thing that you can do. So those are the messages for pile 1. So hopefully those messages you found helpful. So I'm going to move on to pile 2. If you felt drawn to pile 2, I will see you there. If not, thank you for allowing me to provide you with these messages. And remember, whenever you're listening to any readings online, call your energy back. And yeah, again, stay tuned for more. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if any of this resonated for you. And turn on your notifications to all. So when I am fully prepared to start doing the yes or no questions, it will be this month. And the 1 card pulls, the free readings, you will be notified. You won't miss anything. So until then, just check out the other videos on my channel, and I will see you again. Take care. Hey, pile 2. So if you chose pile 2, this is the feather that you chose. So we're going to see what messages are coming to you from the other side. So I'm being drawn back to this pile, the Light Seers deck. So we'll see what messages we have here. And then we also have another deck to get to. So what messages do we have from your... So we got a little situation. I like to start with the cards in the right order. So just in case, if something flips on its own, it flips on its own. But yeah, a lot of interference lately, unfortunately. Yeah, that could be one of the messages. Don't be discouraged, because there's the amount of trying days that I have had is unbelievable. It's definitely not for the faint of heart. So all right, so let's get started. So what messages do we have for pile 2 from the other side? Messages for pile 2 from the other side, please, only for the highest and greatest good of those that will be watching. So we have the 7 of Cups. So there could be a few past loved ones that want to give messages. And they're trying to decide maybe who to step forward to provide the messages. Oh, I almost just flipped the card and just showed the card right away. I have the Ace of Swords. It's Ace of Swords, right? Yep, Ace of Swords. So some of you might actually have telepathic communication abilities, or you might be intuitive, or they might be trying to give you downloads as information. Or maybe in your sleep, you might be dreaming about them. We have the Devil. Any other messages for pile 2 from the other side? Is that one? We have the Emperor. Let's see if I'm getting anything so far. Could be a message that someone wants to give excuse me, this might not apply to everyone, but there could be some manipulation that might be going on. Excuse me. You have the Four of Cups. Yeah. There might have been an offering that might have been given to you, or an opportunity that you might not have been paying attention to, maybe because you're still grieving, or I'm saying your head might be in the clouds. Maybe you're not paying attention to something. Yeah, there's some wisdom that perhaps your, I will say ancestors, could be your ancestors. Now I'm hearing spirit guides want to impart on you. So maybe for pile 2, this might be more of like a general, maybe it might be people who might be, they're saying spiritually guided, divinely guided, but maybe you might have spiritual gifts yourself. Any other? So the Three of Cups. It kind of looks like some orbs or something. Yeah, so I'm getting kind of like soul family. And the Page of Wands. And you can throw caution to the wind. Dance. That's something that you've let go of is coming back to you. Or something you might have lost, or something that might have been taken from you is coming back to you. Also getting the Knight of Wands here. This was looking like the Four of Wands for a second. Now, so there might be some celebration, because I'm getting like the dancing and the celebration and the soul family. So it might be something to celebrate. Now the Three of Swords. So this might be after some heartbreak, or you might be going through some heartbreak or some anguish. You might be feeling like you're being pulled in too many places, or pulled from too many angles at the same time. Yeah, like you just might feel like overwhelmed, like, yeah, you might not feel like you have support. Any other messages for pile? I have the Eight of Cups. So you're being asked to let go of something and walk away because there's something better for you. Any other messages? I have the Ten of Pentacles. I keep meaning to find out what that is. I know it has something to do with the Kabbalah, if I'm not mistaken. This is definitely generational. So it could be about ancestors. It could be about family. I'm hearing guiding light. There might have been some investments or something that was made by previous family members. It doesn't have to be literal investments. It could be financial investments, being that's the Ten of Pentacles, but also Pentacles is like earth. So it could be something that's just deeply rooted, meaning something that's grounded, something that is assured to be yours. So that could be quite a few things. I am getting generational wealth. And just, yeah, happiness moving forward. Because there might have been an offer, again, that either you didn't pay attention to, or something that was, I'm getting like a missed opportunity. And you can take that how it resonates, whether it's a missed opportunity that you tried and you didn't get it, or a missed opportunity that because something else was distracting you, or maybe you were grieving about something or stressed, or but yeah, that something is being protected and it will be brought to the light for you. It's something that's solid. Any other messages? I have the Judgment card. I'm hearing let go and let God. So yeah, there's something that you need to release. You could feel like you're just overburdened, overwhelmed, stressed, like there's just too much on, like too much pressure on you. So you're being asked to just let go. And yeah, just be free because you've just been holding on to too much for too long. So just be free. Just like, yeah, again, like throwing caution to the wind. Like just be free to allow yourself to have a new beginning. And that new beginning might not be, you might not know where it's going, because even like with the sword, not sword, excuse me, the wand, it's like she's throwing it in the air and it could land somewhere behind her that she has no idea. But just be open to, yeah, travel, or, you know, maybe even taking a step back to go forward. I'm getting the Knight of Swords again. What am I to understand from the Nine of Swords? Nine of Swords. I said Nine of Swords. Knight of Swords is what I meant. But maybe that could be a message for somebody. Nine of Swords could be some depression, some headaches, some sleepless nights. Yeah, I'm getting help is on the way. Yeah, so don't lose heart that help is on the way. And you will receive guidance and the proper tools that you need for your journey. I'm getting the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of pentacles here. So the first thing that I'm observing is the moon phases. It could be because we're in the Libra energy right now, full moon in Libra. I'm seeing some pentacles. I'm seeing a green candle, which could represent finances. I'm seeing a feather that can represent angelic presence. Could also be deceased loved ones or a deceased loved one. If there's any spiritual practices that you've been neglecting, you might want to get back into those spiritual practices. There might be some books or maybe some journaling or different things that you have written down that might have helped you in the past. And you're being asked to go back to those things. Yeah, you might have done like anointing candles, maybe using some herbs. Maybe there's some plants that you might have had to bring some more life into your home or to your space, or getting out into nature. And not to be so uptight, to kind of just, you know, relax, basically. And to open your heart as well. There's something about the heart space with the green. Any other messages? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, I always notice with this one how like the little cup and cups represent emotions. So how the cup is just kind of locked up here. And she just kind of seems to be like with the sword, it's like more air energy, head energy. It's kind of like she's thinking with her head instead of her heart. Not necessarily a definition of this card, but that's what I'm getting from it. Yeah. Just being more open and more free to the possibilities, and allowing your spirit guides, your ancestors, your past on loved ones to guide you and to help you. I'm also I'm also getting the Death card. So this is Death and Rebirth. I'm hearing covered in a shroud. There's some negativity that you're being protected from that's passing over you, but you're also still being called to go out into nature to help you through whatever you're going through right now. There could be a metamorphosis or some sort of transformation that you're going through. So yeah, to allow it to happen, but to also help you to let it happen. Something about wearing more loose clothing, maybe being more comfortable or more relaxed when you go into nature. And I also have the Three of Pentacles. Right away, I'm hearing family. And there's something about like a tapestry. Sewing into the family tapestry. I'm honestly not too sure what that means, but maybe it might resonate with someone. Sewing into the family tapestry. It could just be legacy, like how you're contributing. Yeah, and also with the Three of Pentacles often like representing like community as well, that yeah, that your legacy can involve being a part of the community, and that brings honor to your family. I think they want me to go to the other pile now. So this is hearing some sirens. I don't mean to laugh, I'm sorry. But it's just the way the timing that I've been hearing sirens lately is just hilarious. But yeah, I don't think that that means anything for anybody. It might resonate with somebody. So this is the Healing Waters deck. Okay, something finally wanted to come out. The ripple effect. Part of something bigger, details are taken care of. So that message might be directly for someone. So let me read that again. So again, the ripple effect. Part of something bigger, details are taken care of. So there's a bigger picture that you might not be seeing. And you might be focusing too much on, how am I going to get there? How is it going to happen? But that part is already taken care of. So again, it's about being a little bit more carefree, throwing caution to the wind. Don't worry about where this wand is going to land. Wherever it lands, you'll be able to get there. Any other messages? No? Okay, looks like that was it. All right, so those are your messages for pile 2. It looks like pile 2 is more of like the intuitive, maybe spiritual group. There might have been some messages as well if you came from pile 1 for you. So hopefully you found those messages helpful. I will be doing some more readings, some like this in the future. And again, as I get more grounded in my own spirituality and I open myself up personally more to receiving messages, I'll be able to give more detailed messages, especially when I give personal readings. But for right now, hopefully you found this helpful. And like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend if you know anyone that is missing a loved one, a departed loved one, or someone that they're just not in touch with anymore. Maybe these messages might help. And let me know if anything resonated in the comments. And turn on your notifications to all. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on your notifications, because I will be doing some free readings coming up. I was hoping to start them yesterday actually. And I said this weekend, but it's a holy weekend for me, and I'd like to observe that in peace. So I'm going to probably still post some videos that I have to post, but happy Easter to those who celebrate it. And I will be hopefully doing this, not hopefully, it will be this month, but I have a lot on my plate right now. So I'm definitely trying to, and they're trying to draw my attention to this here. Like, don't worry about how it's going to happen. It'll happen. So I will be back soon. Again, I hope you enjoyed these messages, and until next time, it's Cheat Code.